right, 5 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. It's time for Professor Gadget. Jim George is in the studio. Jim is the owner of American Cable Services and Media in Motion. Remember that if you have a computer that is on the fritz, I like that word, on the fritz, you can bring it to Media in Motion, and they know how to fix that kind of thing. And of course, if you are interested in learning more about cable TV and maybe how you can cut your costs or maybe even customize your services, Jim is here to answer those questions. Good morning, Jim. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm fine.
Good to see you. Do you have a special weekend this weekend? Are you doing anything special?
I hope to resurface my pool.
Resurface it?
Ah, nice.
Do you have a built-in pool?
I do.
How do you resurface it? What do you need to do?
I just get the Marsite and I trowel it on, and then I fill it full of water and I swim.
Do you fill it full of water with a garden hose?
I do.
How long does that take?
Overnight.
Just that's it, overnight, and it's filled. Mm-hmm. Really? Is it really cold when you first fill it?
Oh.
Yeah. Takes a while to warm up, right?
It does. Yeah, but about every 5 years I resurface my pool. It's a job.
Do you know I have some technology I want to tell you about that I don't like.
Okay, that's good.
Are you ready for this? Okay, you know I play accordion.
Yes.
And I subscribe to this YouTube channel for a place in Philadelphia called Liberty Bellows. And what they sell in Liberty Bellows is accordions. Okay, so they have some accordions there, okay? They look beautiful. 3,000, 4,000, 10,000.
Get down.
I'm telling you, some of them are so expensive. Okay.
Yeah.
So the guy, and they put out these videos to try to sell their accordions, and the guy's playing it, and he's showing you the musette sound. Now, you may not know what that is, but the musette sound is the sound typical of like French songs and some Italian songs and Irish songs. It's got this, it's a sound you know when you hear it, but if I just say the word and you don't know the... Anyway, so the guy pushes the button. He says, this is fully electronic, no reeds. There are no reeds in this accordion. Right. It's all electronic. So he pushes the button for musette. I'm thinking this is going to sound fabulous at $3,000. Jim didn't cut the mustard.
Oh, boy.
Didn't do it. So in my world, I think...
Back to the drawing board.
Well, yes. But for now, because since I don't have a drawing board, stick with the reeds. Just do it the old-fashioned way.
So does anybody really want a hands-free accordion? I mean, all you do is bellow it? Is that all you do?
Can you imagine that? Yeah. Well, you could do that. I mean, these guys are actually playing it. But like I have a keyboard, not an accordion, but a regular keyboard. Yeah. And it can emulate the sound of violins and pianos and oboes and things like that, right? So Robin and I send music sometimes to an A&R department, which is artist repertoire, and long story short, they screen music for movies and things like that. Sure. Well, when we send anything that's digital, and it sounds so real, and they will send it back, says, could you do the same thing with real instruments? We don't really want that MIDI sound. And we're thinking, whoa, they've got good ears.
Yeah, they do.
They can hear the difference.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Either that or they have an oscilloscope type device that shows the audio and video. And
you think maybe?
And they can see that it's not an original. It's machine made.
But when we send them a piece of music that's played on a real guitar or a real accordion or a real piano, they say, great, we'll pass it on.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Then it passes their test.
Yes.
So far, that's as far as we've gotten. but I just think it's fascinating that technology has made it, but to the really astute, and I think with the accordion I kind of am, you can hear that it's not quite up to what it should sound like.
Right. Well, with all the old, violins you talk about, the ones that cost. Is there a famous accordion? I mean, is there some accordion maker of 1800s that
That I don't know. I really don't know. What's the one I have? Is it the? Oh gosh, the Weissmeister. What's that name of that one?
Weltmeister.
Yeah, I think that's one.
Yeah,
there's a couple of names, and now that I'm thinking about it, they do come to mind. Yeah.
So you don't have a Stradivarius or any of those kind of.
Yeah, not in that instrument. Yeah.
Yeah. But a Weltmeister is high end, I think.
Yeah, some of them. But there's another one. You always see the accordion player in well, he's dead now, but Bruce Springsteen had an accordion guy, and he had one.
Yeah,
that was.
Can't recall the name.
Really good.
Wow. So can you actually hear the difference? I mean, like being a professional.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. I don't think I'm professional.
No, but
close.
Could you tell an expensive one from an expensive one?
No. Yeah. I can't tell that, but I can tell like a musette that sounds real good, and a musette that doesn't sound quite as good. So, if that makes a difference to you.
It does. So the electronics hasn't quite reached the accordion industry yet to perfection.
Yeah. But I think popular music uses it all the time. And I just don't have enough of a skilled ear to hear it. Like if I listen to Beyonce, I'm guessing I'm hearing a lot of synthetic sounds.
I think so, yeah.
But I could be wrong. I mean, there could be real musicians in there. I don't know.
So have you ever been down to the Veterans Park since it's coming up on Veterans Day and played down there?
Yes.
Oh, we have played, yeah.
Yes, we have played there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what have you played? What type of music? Just mellow music to kind of set the mood, or is it?
Oh, we did when we were doing the honor flight.
Yeah.
We did a whole 20 minutes, I guess, of patriotic songs.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
great.
it was really nice.
So you're doing something Monday then?
No.
Are you on the air Monday?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
We will be here.
So like the
Live.
postman, rain, shine, sleep.
Pretty much.
Hey-ho.
We
Pretty
don't
much.
ever.
Jim gave me
We don't
beard.
ever have a best of show.
Jim gave me beard trimming
Oh, he
tips
did.
right away because I like Jim's beard. You got
I said just bring it up a little.
you got a good beard. You see, everybody's making fun of me because I got it growing here.
No, it's good.
So you shaved that little piece right there.
Jim has
I
it
just
growing
shave
there.
it up. I just shave it up a little. That's all. Just kind of trim.
Yeah, not much.
That way, it don't look like you just.
How long?
came
When
out.
did you start? How long have you had your beard?
Literally since high school.
Really?
Got out of high school and grew a beard.
This has been your look your whole life.
Whole life. And I got married. I shaved it off. Got married. And my wife said, "Do me a favor, grow it back." I said, "Okay."
Oh, really? Oh, interesting.
Do you trim
Yeah.
your mustache?
I do. I have
Down
to
here,
trim
yeah.
it. all
How
the
do you
time.
know how far to trim it?
I don't. I just do it until it looks
You
half
just
decent
snip
out
it?
of my mouth and out of my,
Oh, out of your mouth.
And I say, okay, that's done.
Or we do have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Myron Florin played here in Ocala a couple of times late in his career, and he had a fine accordion. I don't remember the brand of it, but a wonderful sounding accordion.
I would imagine somebody like he would. A, he had the money, and B, he had
Exactly.
the knowledge. Yeah.
So is the accordion priced on the keys,
Yeah,
like being
every
real
morning.
real ivory or synthetic ivory or whatever, or is it based on the bellow? I mean, how is it priced?
I would say the old ones, the kind like I have, is the reeds.
The reeds themselves.
The reeds are handmade. Every one is handmade. I know that. Well, probably depends on how much of it is handmade. Not just the reeds.
So the Japanese and Chinese don't have that industry over us.
I don't think so.
USA
No.
still has the accordion industry.
Well, I think Germany has it.
Oh, Germany.
Yeah. I think Germany is the place you normally would go to,
Oh,
or
yeah.
Italy. No, Italy maybe beats Germany. I'm not really sure about that.
So Oktoberfest you might see a couple of accordions.
yeah,
right.
yeah, but but well, what a conversation we're into now. I just don't think that the musette sound is that good on a German accordion as it is from like an Italian accordion.
No, we're speaking about gadgetry, and if an electronic device is a gadget of sorts, you're saying that still the old handmade ones beat the overall sound of an electronic one.
Well, in musical instruments, and somebody like Matthew Wardell would be able to say, gosh, yes, a real violin, a real cello sounds better than an electronic one.
I would
Right.
think so.
I don't know. I mean,
Don't you think so? That a real one would sound better than
absolutely,
electronic?
but I don't know everything in the electronics. I don't know if there's something out there like in some high tech studio that could fool me. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if I could be fooled.
But if the electricity goes out or the batteries die, you can't play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's just it. That's why you get an acoustic.
Well, you noticed
That's
the
why you get
glitch.
a real one.
About a half an hour ago, you noticed the glitch in power, right?
Yeah.
It affected all of Ocala.
Oh, did it really?
Yes.
Well, that's why I have our news printed up. At that moment, I was reading it off the screen.
Yes.
It was about a girl who took her Disney ticket from 1994 and got into Disney World. They honored it.
That was cool.
Yeah,
Miracles never cease.
never used. Wish I still had some old tickets. That's what we should have done. We should have bought a whole bunch of tickets. What if we could still do it? You'd have to spend
Go online and buy some old tickets.
Or just buy tickets now and hold on to them for 20 years. Because in
Yeah.
20 years, it's going to be $1,000 to get in there.
My wife and I
Exactly.
were commenting, I think we went to Disney World about 15 years ago, $27 a piece.
Yeah.
Try and get
that's
into
right.
Disney World for $27 today. No way.
No,
So you're
100
right. You buy them, you hang on to them, and when it becomes $1,000 a day, you can go.
Do you remember when like Epcot was the place to see technology being showcased like a year or two before it actually came out?
Right.
Yeah, is that still true?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
No, because the technology goes so fast. By the time they buy it, display it, it's old. Yeah, I mean, think about buying something. I mean, clock radio, anything you can name.
Do you remember that Hyperloop we were talking about?
The Hyperloop.
That would go
the train?
700 miles an hour.
Yeah, wow.
There was a follow-up article that said if they perfect it, they should be able to get it to 3,000 miles an hour.
Wow.
I don't know if I want to travel.
Can you imagine that?
That will take you across the USA.
I mean, 1 hour from now, you're in L.A.
Unbelievable.
I have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim George.
Hi, good morning, Jim and Larry Robin.
Hey.
I had some Disney tickets that were, well, let's see, I guess they were circa 1987. And I gave them to a relative to use in 2000, and they prorated them.
Oh, they
Oh.
prorated it.
Oh.
Gee.
They didn't do that to this girl.
Wow.
They let her in.
Oh, well, good for her. But
Yeah.
no, they were very kind about it. They, I mean, this is 13 years later.
Yes.
And they could have said, "Oh, sorry, Charlie," but no, they gave full value, and it was only like another $12 or something like that.
Oh, well, that's not too bad. That's not too bad.
Pleased about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The Disney dollar, by the way, they're doing away with that. See, again, technology comes in. They're doing away with the paper dollar because everybody's buying gift cards. Did you ever buy any of that Disney money?
I have not.
You've seen it though, right?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting. But
And-
Disney did that itself by issuing the gift cards instead of sticking with the paper dollars.
Right.
They
Right.
made their own demise.
Well, because
The dollar.
because it was not profitable the other way.
Right.
There.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's take a little break. Jim George is here, and we're talking about gadgets and accordions and beards, and we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Sunshine mixing with clouds this Friday, high 84 to 88. Then partly cloudy skies Friday night. There can be a shower or thunderstorm in spots near the coast during the evening hours. The low 65 inland, 71 along the coast. For Saturday, partly sunny, warm and humid with a shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon, high 85 to 89. Sunday, partly sunny with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm in the afternoon, high 87 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hospice of Marion County has an urgent need for volunteers to share a conversation with someone, run errands, hold someone's hand. All you need is a willingness to help others. Our volunteers believe the blessings they receive far exceed the services they offer. Will you consider serving, caring, and making a difference? Call today, 873-7441. Hospice of Marion County, making more moments of life possible.
Hi, this is Vanessa Lane Jennings with the Jennings Law Firm, located here in beautiful Ocala. Join me every single Friday at 10:30 for Legal Lane. We'll be discussing various legal topics such as family law, criminal law, contracts, and much more. So this is your chance to call in with your legal questions and have them answered. That's every Friday, 10:30, right here, WOCA The Source.
Some would say that this country is in the toilet. Some would even go so far as to say the economy is going down the drain. But we say, if water runs through it, we do it.
Hi, I'm Sean Scott, owner of Mike Scott Plumbing, and I approve this message.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your mobile Verizon rep. But not just here, I'll deliver the phone to you in your home. While I'm there, I'll only sell you what you need and I'll personalize it to you. Want to have me get you connected? Then call me at 352-528-0020. I even offer unlimited home phone service for just $20 per month. Just call me, your mobile Verizon rep, at 352-528-0020.
WWWA This is WOCA, News Talk 1370.
This is James Snyder, inviting you to join me each Sunday morning at 9:30 for Sunday Joy on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM.
All right, 20 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Jim George is here. We've kind of occupied the show with everything but technology today, so if you want to call in and talk techie things.
But one of the things I think we've been rehashing is what's going on Monday for the veterans.
Yes.
And so there's some ceremonies. Did you happen to recall what time they start?
Yes, I have them written down.
Is it like
actually.
9 a.m. or 7 a.m.?
Robert has them. Do I have them over here?
Yeah, 10 o'clock for the one at the Veterans Memorial Park.
Right.
And 11:30 for the one at Highland Memorial Park.
And I will say that if you have not been up to the Veterans Retirement Home in Fort McCoy, you owe it to yourself to go. The grounds are beautiful, well kept. There is a lot of sand as compared to a lot of grass. It's too bad we couldn't get a landscaper company like Tom Sod or someone to go up and volunteer to put some sod down. But just about everybody in that place is on wheelchairs or crutches. They are elderly, but they have a huge dining hall. They have something going on 24 hours a day, literally. I mean, if you can't sleep and you're an old retired veteran and you're living there, you can go into the cafeteria and get pie and coffee and just sit down. And I went in to fix their internet situation, and that's how I've even found out about it. But don't trust your Garmin. Stay on 315 because your Garmin will want to take you to a shortcut, which takes you into the woods.
Oh, does it really?
and takes you to a dead end.
Oh,
and you
really?
are not backing out of that road.
Oh, gee.
I had to make my own road to get out of there.
Oh, no.
So I finally called them. They said, yeah, the Garmin, even the UPS guy says the Garmin takes them into the woods.
Oh, wow.
Just
That's good to know. I mean, we know where it is. We've been there, but and that was before we had GPS.
Yeah.
We just kept driving the way.
I think there's somebody at Garmin that's laughing. These guys, I'm sending them everywhere. I mean, they've actually sent me down, let's say, 441, and then turn left to get off of 441, take one road to the right, which now parallels 441, to take one more road and turn right to put me back on 441. What was all that about?
Oh, my God. Yeah.
I mean, they're just laughing their heads off.
Yeah, that is a technology. You know, somebody told me, you know who it was too? Bob Kennedy from Berkshire Hathaway Home Team Realty. He said that the Garmin is not as good as the Sirius, I think. Sirius,
yeah.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah, SIRUS.
Siri or something. Yeah, it's the one he asks.
Yeah.
You talk into it. You say, how do I get to the veterans home? And she'll tell you.
Huh.
But she's better than the Garmin girl.
Yeah, there's a bunch of,
The Garmin girl gets mad at me all the time.
Oh, boy. I'm glad they don't have an adult version of the Garmin.
Can you imagine that?
What are you doing?
But wouldn't that be
turn around? What did I say?
But wouldn't that make money? If you
That would make money.
Oh
That
boy!
would make money.
Like you can go online and you can get like special voices, but you can't get there's not a real lot of choices.
Yeah.
Like wouldn't it be cool if you could have John Wayne telling you how to?
Oh boy, yeah.
Listen here, Pilgrim.
Turn right here.
Yeah, see, that's a technology that needs to be expanded. We've ran across a technology that's not quite ready for prime time yet.
Could be better.
The Garmin, yes.
Could be more entertaining.
Better. Think about it. You could choose anybody's voice, any inflection.
Do you think there was a thing? Gosh, where was it? Where if you spoke, the radio would come on, and you could tell the radio to go. Remember that story?
Yeah, I do. I remember that story.
So a voice-operated command. Something rather.
Yeah, so you can turn on the car.
And you can say, turn on the radio, and I'm not sure what I want. You pick whatever you like. And it'll say, oh, okay, I'm in the mood for... And then you can argue with her. You can say, man, I hate opera.
Exactly.
I don't think I want something talking back to me all the time or doing something if I should do something.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to be able to do that with the computers and with your TV and everything?
No,
turn it on.
There are TVs that are voiced now. You could get that adapter, for lack of a better term.
Oh, really?
Yes, that is voice command. You can get that now, but I don't think anybody wants it. If you remember the days when you had the old remotes and if a dog or a cat walked across the floor and had his little collar on, it had his little identification, it would change the channel.
Oh, no.
It would
Oh, my gosh.
because it's sending audible tones.
Uh-huh.
So if you have the bad, I said two.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what we were talking about the other day? We were saying that in Star Trek, when they had the flip open devices, the communicators,
Yep.
they had that kind of right, that we were going to have devices like that you could communicate through.
Yep.
But what they didn't foresee is that we were going to use those same devices to look up information, to get directions to a place that we wanted to go to.
Right.
They didn't see all that other use for that device. They only saw like a phone. Basically, all they saw it as.
And beaming them up.
Did
They
they?
had to pinpoint your location with that communicator, then
Right,
they could
right.
beam them up to the ship. But you're absolutely right, Larry. That's a fascinating thought. They never expanded that in
Well,
the Star Trek.
you can only have so much imagination, right?
Yeah, until it becomes reality.
Can you imagine? Yeah, if you had said back then, one day there'll be a device you can hold in your hand, and any question you have about anything will be answerable just by asking your phone.
Right.
People would said, "You're crazy. That's never going to happen."
Yeah, what if they said, in the early 1800s, you're going to have a handheld device that you can carry around with you, and music will come out of it, and you could actually change to different genres of music.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, "Oh, that's the radio."
Oh, right. Oh, that too. Yeah. Well, and do you remember the record player?
Oh, yeah.
That you could bring to the beach.
Oh, okay.
It was marketed as the beach-friendly record player.
Yep.
And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, you're going to get sand all over your records.
Right.
It's going to be horrible. But people had these they were about the size of a transistor radio, but they had this like arm on it, and you had to, of course, have everything level.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I've never seen one of those before.
Oh, yeah.
That is really cool.
Yeah, technology has brought us to a point in our lives where, we're looking around the corner at what's next.
Mm-hmm.
When in our history are we?
Did you see this? There was an article in the other day about, okay, you know how the X-ray specs you can see through clothing?
Oh, I need a pair of those.
Okay. And they didn't work, remember? There was an article, remember this, Robin?
That's right.
It was a fabric designed by, gosh, I can't remember who designed
NASA.
it now. It was designed
NASA.
for NASA, and the fabric is opaque. You can't see through it. But if you're wearing these special glasses, you can see through the fabric. And there's a reason for developing this. I don't remember why.
So
But
they could hide the military defense stuff so people can't.
Yeah,
the
it was-
bad
it
guys
was
can't
just-
see it.
Oh, so if you're working in the NASA area, yeah.
Yeah, it was for some reason they keep things out of sight. But anyway, the article writer went on to say, can you imagine if this is eventually used to make clothing, this same fabric?
Right.
All you'd have to do is buy a pair of the glasses, and there you have your X-ray
There
specs.
you go. Yeah.
The only problem was, how much did they cost?
$80,000.
Oh.
Yeah. You could go to a strip club for that.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
If you're that desperate to see somebody naked.
Yeah. It's like the guy in the fountain you talked about this morning. The guy
Oh
standing-
yes, the guy with
naked
the
guy, the
Desitin
statue.
on or something, the white
Yeah.
makeup.
Yeah.
Standing in a
He was the
fountain.
statue.
I was
for an
thinking about
hour.
trying that. You think anybody would notice?
The pigeons might enjoy it.
What did he say? He was a male specimen? or
Yep.
something?
Yep. He was a male specimen.
I don't think I qualify for that role.
Oh.
Robin's surprised.
Male specimen.
Robin is
Well, I
feigning
don't know.
surprise.
I don't see.
She's surprised.
You guys.
I don't
Yeah.
think, yeah.
Yep,
I
he-
can't imagine covering my body with some kind of white, whatever, that looks ceramic of a sort, like
Yeah, exactly.
porcelain, and standing still. I think just standing still for an hour would be a chore for
Man.
me.
He won $10 and then he had to pay $100.
That's right.
I know. Well, what happens if a gorgeous woman walks by? I mean, doesn't that give it away?
Well, that's time for Inspector Gadget. I mean, Professor.
That becomes a pigeon holder.
Oh, get your computer fixed.
Pigeon perch.
Go to Media in Motion. Get your computer fixed. What's your
Thank
phone
you.
number?
Everybody have a great holiday.
You wanna give a
Long
number?
weekend. 854-9795.
There you go. Call us if you need
you.
information
Bye
for
now.
Jim. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Paul Stevens. President Obama in Hiroshima, Japan, talking about the U.S. nuclear bombing there that left thousands of people dead decades ago.
We come to ponder a terrible force unleashed in a not-so-distant past.
Hiroshima, one of two cities hit by U.S. nuclear bombs near the end of World War II. The president did not apologize for the attacks on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Some folks in Central Texas surveying damage from at least one powerful tornado.
The ceiling is falling down little by little. There's almost nothing left of the ceiling.
Patty Ponzio in Bryan, Texas, talking about her family's home of 29 years. Heavy rain and high winds also hitting that area. Some 12 million more U.S. vehicles added to a big recall connected to faulty Takata airbag inflators that can explode with excessive force. Fox News, we report, you decide.
A Napa guy knows not to judge a man by his car's multicolored paint job or absence of modern gadgetry. Who cares if it's technically old enough to vote and the windows are powered by the strength of your left arm? Your monthly payment is zero, and it'll stay that way. Because with over 400,000 parts and a little Napa know-how, you can keep anything